Yeah, so just prepare to...
It'll be great.
It'll be perfect.
Y'all motherfuckers don't watch us play throughout the year, to tell you the truth. Whee! I'm gonna be real with you, and I don't care if I get fined.
I got my sweet jerk off, put some strings on.
That train is off the track.
Who doesn't love the bouncy castle?
Hitler.
Just prepare to... just prepare to be awash in undebeatable goodness.
Welcome, Pacers fans. You were listening to the Undebeatables, your semi-weekly Pacers podcast. Today's Thursday, Juneteenth, 2025, and this is episode 776. Coming to you from Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm your host, Joey Gaffrida, the man behind the dials. This show, we're going to discuss Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Pacers versus Thunder. Thunders? What's a plural of a thunder? Is it still thunder?
Multiple thunderclaps. Thunderclaps?
Thunders clap?
Stormy.
Joining me this week are two of our three analysts, coast to coast, like buttered toast.
Off to a hot start here.
First, from Asheville, North Carolina, he's our in-house bartender, mixing up the drinks in the crappy jingles. John, it's necessary. Colson.
What is up, Pacer Nation? What is up, Undebeatables? Shout out to my lovely fiance Erica, who spent all day with me putting up with alternate distractedness, grumpiness, extreme anxiety, anxious eating all day. I've just been starving, and I told her, I said, I'd be totally fine if we won this by 25, and it's almost what happened. Game 7, baby. Game 7.
Woo!
From Tacoma, Washington, out west, it's our enforcer, John Harper.
What is going on, fellas? Shouting out Easy today. While I don't believe that it's true that him not watching these games is making us win, it sure is uncanny.
Yeah, and we can't, check now. We can't just, stop.
Yeah, you don't want to run the experiment during Game 7.
During Game 7, that's right.
Can't do that. And shout out to our missing in action friend, Jason. Love you, buddy. Miss you, thinking about you.
That's right. Thinking of you and your family.
Well, before we get into discussion of what leads to Game 7, spoiler alert, Colson, I do want to remind listeners they can support us, the longest running Pacers podcast, the granddaddy of the podcast, as we've been called, of the Pacer podcast, we've been called. Head over to patreon.com.
Did we call ourselves that? What was that? No,
we don't.
Okay.
I mean, you can.
I think somebody just called you Grandpa Boomer.
It's happened before. But I got a few grays in my beard now. So, for someone who doesn't know me well, they could be mistaken that I'm not a very young man.
Young man at heart.
Mm-hmm. All right, team. Well, the reason we're recording at 11:43 p.m. on a Thursday night, on a school night, is because the Pacers played Game 6 of the NBA Finals versus the OKC Thunder. And, hey, guess what, guys? Series is tied. 3-3. Pacers win 108-91. Did not hit our magic number, didn't you?
I was a little bit worried at the end of the third quarter. We had 87 on the board, and I was like, oh no, we just fell off pace to get to 120. Missed a shot, and then sweet little tip back for, I believe it was a Nemhard triple to beat, no, it was Ben Shepherd triple to beat the clock.
It was, Nemhard to Shepherd.
Yeah. Got us to 90.
To beat the clock.
On track for 120.
Wow. So this game was, the team started off kind of shaky. In the first, really, 5 or 6 minutes, the Pacers did not look good. OKC was kind of doing what they needed to do.
We were 0 of 8 to start the game.
Yeah, it was ugly, but then they turned it around. I think Siakam hit a good, nice little floater in the lane, and it really turned the tide. The Pacers go on like a 10-4 run, and then really, I guess I kind of don't look back. It was they took a lead out of the first quarter, 28-25. They had actually a 7 or 8 point lead in the first.
Yeah, I got nervous when it was only 3 at the end of it.
Yeah, OKC made a nice pushback at the end of the first, but the second quarter, Pacers blew the doors off, and that was it. They extended the lead. I think it was at 30 at some point, and
30 to end the third. It was 90-60.
Yeah,
I think we were at 31 at one point.
Yeah, when Shepherd hit the shot at the end of the third, that was when I finally relaxed.
That was to push the lead to 30.
And I was like, maybe we'll win this one.
Yeah, I think we'll cover.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't relax until I saw Furphy on the floor, and
there you go.
Then I knew things were right in this world.
But I mean, the way that this game gets pushed, blown open, is the amazing play of Obi Toppin and TJ McConnell. They just came in and played with force. TJ had a game for the ages. Let's see.
That's what I felt too, but he only had 12 points.
Yeah.
But
he did have 9 boards, 6 assists, 4 steals.
Yeah.
Both he and Toppin are 6 of 12. Toppin goes 4 of 7 from the land. Pretty good. Pretty good outing for those two guys. Just tons of energy. McConnell was doing a great job getting to his spots.
I swore McConnell got an offensive rebound there at the end to give himself a double-double, but not at the end, but at the end of his playing time, near the end of it. I guess I was wrong. Maybe it was a loose ball. But, yeah. I mean, he's 6 foot tall. How is he getting 9 rebounds?
Yeah.
And he took one from Hartstein.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did. He blocked out Hartstein and just nabbed it. It's amazing.
I mean, it was to the point where, I mean, the relationship he has with the fans now is when he started his shift in the second half, as soon as he got on the floor, the crowd's chanting TJ, TJ. I often don't see that out of backup point guards across the league. Is that normal?
It's the most pacer.
He is the most pacer.
He is the most pacer. So, yeah, there was a lot of good 3-point shooting tonight, and OKC was broke from the 3-point line. Pacers had the effort, they had the will, they were getting the 50-50 balls, getting on the floor. They were, doubling tactically and getting turnovers out of that. I mean, there was a big difference in turnovers tonight.
Double them up.
And the other thing that I think, really, and I think this is going to be a bigger conversation for the your more traditional media for the next couple days is, Halliburton has a grade 1 calf strain and was questionable, whether or not he was going to play at all, and if he did, what was going to be his role. And McConnell playing the way he did, and then Nemhard taking over some of the offensive ball handling and running the offense at times. I think it freed up Halliburton to kind of play an off guard, and he was still doing his thing, but there was less, direct pressure on him. at least ball handling. And then also with that massive lead that we built, he didn't have to play as much of the game.
Yeah.
And that's
puts up 14
super
in
helpful
23
for
minutes on 5 of 12 shooting. It was good to see him hit a couple threes. He's been a little cold the last couple games, so it's good to see the ball go through the hoop. He had a really nice steal. He jumped a passing lane on a ball there in I think it was the third quarter to really help push the lead. But limiting him to 23 minutes, I think is big. Obviously, these teams and especially our staff do a great job with recovery for these guys, but limiting the miles today hopefully will pay some dividends because the magic number is 1, and it's going down in 3 days.
The TV broadcast was saying that he was moving fine, and I thought that was true. I mean, but he wasn't making some of the he was running a little bit less and not. It seemed like he was trying to conserve that leg a little bit. So he's not 100%, but he had enough to get around some people for floaters. Yeah, he got a couple steals, live ball steals that turned into fast breaks. But I was
luckily,
maybe
Holly,
because I was
90% is better than most dudes. Luckily,
I was just gonna say maybe I was just overly focused on it, but I didn't feel like he's 100%. But I'll take it.
I mean, I agree. He's probably not 100%, but hopefully he can get pretty close for Game 7. He's certainly was playing through a little pain today, be my guess, but did what he had to do, and as this team did a great job of picking up their leader and making sure that we protected home court.
Yeah, I mean everybody
emphatically.
Everybody chips in this one. Neesmith gives you 10. Siakam with 13 rebounds.
Yeah, Nembhard looked a little better shooting the ball today. Not a sensational game, but gets 17 points on 5 of 7 shooting. I've been waiting for him to string a few looks together. Did that today, as well as playing the incredible defense that he always does.
Right.
Somebody does need to tell Turner that it's a contract year, though.
Well,
I think he earned it already, and he's just kind of.
No. You want to earn it? You score 30 in a Game 7. See how those contract negotiations go, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see it.
Well, he's been, I guess under the weather. He was in Game 3 and 4 or 4 and 5.
He looked better today.
He did look better today.
I don't know if he actually feels better.
Well, his line's not great. He has 3 points, 4 rebounds, a couple blocks. Played good defense.
Oh, he played excellent defense.
He always does.
I mean, this team was playing incredible defense. The rotations were crisp. The doubles were timely. Quick hands. Defense was locked down. This is one of our best defensive efforts in the first half. After that 10-2 spurt.
Of ever?
It
was incredible.
It was real good. Great to see.
Well, and one of the things that you had said previously, Harper, is I don't really care about playing defense on these guys. I just want to outscore them, which is...
For the first 3 quarters, yeah.
Yeah, right, exactly. Which I definitely agree with, but man, our defense was just incredible this game. And when we play like that, we're really hard to beat.
So much of our offense feeds off that defense, right? And vice versa, right? Once we get it going on one side of the ball, it seems like these guys really are able to turn it up. And that's what happened tonight. You rarely see OKC out of sorts in the transition game, and we had a couple plays where we move the ball 60 feet up the court and it never touches the ground, and we're laying it in or dunking it, right? And that is Pacer basketball. But rarely does OKC give you those kind of opportunities. So, when we get that kind of open court space, we will make people pay, and shows in the stat line. We hit a lot of shots today. Actually, only ended up shooting 41%, but I bet if you look at the splits, probably a lot of that was in the fourth quarter. Missing some shots when the game was well in hand.
I've got 2 questions that I need your perspective on. One of them, you mentioned the fourth quarter. I often watch the games with a pretty low volume. I don't generally like the announcers at all on the nationally televised games, and so that keeps my fury simmering. It's a little lower. But what did James Johnson do?
I mean, he kind of lightly
tossed.
pushed a guy.
Yeah. They got.
Why did he get ejected for that?
I mean, there was a shove, and I don't know.
I mean,
Okay.
reputation foul?
Yeah, and also hey, this game's out of hand. Let's not let anything happen here.
I mean, I certainly get erring on the side of caution. My personal pet theory here is that James Johnson went to the refs. He's like, I'm about to shut the hell out of this guy. I need you to toss me. I'm enforcer, and I need an ejection from the finals on my resume.
I love this idea. He also was like, man, I'm hungover as hell. I did not expect to be running up and down the court. Man, there's no way I thought I was going to be playing tonight. Come on.
Because if things got out of hand, like in a bad way, Meta World Peace was in the house. He knows how to...
Yeah, got some Lance sightings.
Control.
I mean, the only way things would have got out of hand is if James was not there to shut it down. But luckily, that was not in the cards.
To start it and finish it?
Hey, if that's what it takes, man.
Yeah. The other thing I had to talk about was looking at the box score here. I'm unclear. I guess I didn't realize math could work this way, but Jalen Williams, the good one, was minus 40 in 27 minutes. So for every minute he was on the floor, his team was outscored by 1 point something points.
Yeah, about 1.5, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's not ideal if you're a Thunder fan or coach. The other Jalen Williams, I can't remember. One's J Will and one's J Dub. I can't remember how it works, but the other one's plus 13 in the box score. So
yeah,
hit some threes. I thought play some defense. I don't know. Made trouble.
Reggie Miller was there tonight wearing the Jalen Rose.
Who wasn't there tonight?
I wasn't.
Yeah, no, I wasn't either.
Thanks for rubbing it in, but yeah, from the Pacers, Pacers players, I saw Lance was there.
Yep.
And
Meta, Rick Smits, Mark Jackson. I think they said Dale Davis was there, maybe McKee.
Was Paul George there? I didn't.
Weirdly, no. Although
No.
he should probably go to Game 7 because both of these teams, owe him a debt of gratitude.
That's right.
Through no intent of his, but nonetheless.
Yeah.
3 years ago, the Pacers won 25 games and the Thunder won 24. And now we are facing off in a Game 7 of the finals.
Yeah, dude. Does Oklahoma spot him a box seat? They're like,
he's got the key to the city. He just opens up whatever door he wants and walks the hell right in.
oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
He's got a special day in his name, doesn't he?
When is Paul George?
Yeah. I bet it's not June 19th.
July 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Playoff P. That's what it's under.
All right, guys. So, I think the Pacers, more than deserve this victory, and did everything they needed to do in front of their home crowd. They gave their injured star a lighter load than maybe he would have had in other games, and now he's got a couple days off before Game 7, so he can heal the best he can. They were talking before about the kind of treatment he was doing. I don't know if it was all true, but they mentioned hyperbaric chambers, and they said basically he's being treated 24/7.
Oh, yeah. You throw the kitchen sink at it at this point in the season, right?
Yeah, literally if it helps. I don't know. But
I think you throw the kitchen sink
know
at
what
other people, not at the calf. It's about
all right. I don't know, man. I don't know if it was like tough love or something. I'm not a doctor,
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor.
Doctor's not here to tell us about
That's
the
right.
kitchen sink
Where's
therapies.
the doctor when you need him?
Yeah.
So we're going to Game 7, baby, in Oklahoma City, and it's winner take all, and Pacers have a real chance at winning the title here. It's not gonna be easy. Whoever wins, it's not gonna be easy. OKC is bad at losing 2 games in a row, and they were like 18-2 over the last, I don't know,
long stretch of time. I think that's probably that's got to be the season.
Yeah, coming off of a loss, so but it is what it is, and we got to do the one, and we're home free, and then we can get Colson's been looking to get this out of the way because he's excited for summer ball, but
I mean the draft is Wednesday, right? I mean that's all I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the Pacers traded their draft pick for nothing?
No, I didn't see that.
They traded for a 2026 draft pick. I think we're trying to make room for Miles Turner's money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, at this point,
we don't need to draft.
I want them to resign. I want to resign James Johnson. I don't want to touch. I don't want new players on the team.
Right. I think that's what they're thinking too. They're like, you know what? We had this this draft pick, and screw new guys. We're just bringing back everybody the exact same way. I mean, so I think maybe I'm still in shock, or I'm trying to figure out how I feel, because first of all, I've never been in a Game 7 in the finals as a Pacer fan.
Few fans have.
Yeah, we've never been up in a finals until this year, and like there's a real chance we're one win away from winning the NBA championship. I think I was real nervous all day about losing Game 6, about not showing up for the fans, about, I don't know. This has been such a magical season, and I was afraid it was going to kind of end with a whimper. I don't know. I'm not sure that. Of course, I want to win a title, but I think it could only end this way, right? It could only end by going to Game 7, and at least as of right now, I'm very calm about this. I'm very excited, but win or lose, this is you've taken it the entire distance you can.
Yeah. We've gone to the max here. I haven't seen the odds on this game now. You said it's possible we could win the championship. I suggest you tell that to Vegas, because I'm sure we're 25-point underdogs somehow.
Right.
Right. Good. Thank you for that. Whatever the number is.
Right now, they're favored by 8.5.
Okay. 8.5.
And when I say they, I guess I need to clarify.
No, you don't.
It is.
No one had any questions about who was favored to win Game 7. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Colson. I actually wasn't that nervous today. I don't know why that is. Maybe I was just busy at work. Maybe that's all it was. But we're at a point in the season where, at this point, all I want to do is thank this Pacers team. This has been the greatest season that I have ever seen in any sport, been a part of in any way. And it's so cool to be able to share it with you guys. It's been incredible. And I love that there's a Game 7. We've gone the distance, win or lose. There's no way I'm going to feel bad about this season. Of course I want to chip. These guys deserve it. They work so hard and they're so great. And this organization has done such a fantastic job putting these guys in a position to succeed. And doing what we've done as a small market through the draft, without going into the without paying a $600 million a year payroll, right? It's incredible what this organization has done. And it's just, we're very lucky to be rooting for the best organization in professional sports. It's awesome.
I was thinking today, before the game, and I was thinking, well, if they don't win the title, because I was thinking today, like, hey, if they win the title, then we get a parade, and that's gonna be super fun. I was like, I'm gonna, do what I got to do to make sure I'm there, because it's gonna be amazing. And then I was like, if they happen to not win, there's no parade, and I still want to celebrate these guys. I was like, I think a parade would be worth it,
totally,
no matter what, either way, because I don't know, I'm myself, everybody here, this city, the state, everybody's loving rooting for these guys. There's Pacers, everybody's wearing Pacer stuff everywhere.
Sounds like you want to give a participation trophy to the losers of it. OKC can throw their own parade.
No. So it is a participation award, but it's very specific. You have to get to Game 7 in the final.
You have to play the maximum number of games in a season.
If you participate in Game 7 of the finals, then you get to have a parade.
Okay.
I would also accept Game 6. But
let's do graduation for kindergarten and stuff. I don't know. Fine.
It's a slippery slope.
I'm calling for that.
Can we raise the banner that says second place? Do you want to do that too, Joe?
I think we're going to put up one. Worst case scenario is we put up Eastern Conference champions.
Okay. Here's the other thing about going into Game 7,
AKA second place. You want that? You want the other one down?
No. Why
are you trying to tear down our history?
Here's what I'm thinking right now. That first 5 minutes of the game tonight, I think we were feeling the pressure of this game and of trying to entertain our fans, and we're missing shots, and it wasn't like, oh, we just missed good looks. Like, the shots looked bad. We looked nervous. We looked anxious. We looked out of sorts, and we stayed in that game because of our defense and our energy. Halliburton said that this is a game of margins, and that this game was won in the margins. You got to get the rebounds. You got to get the loose balls. And if we play like this, if we rotate this crisply, and the shots are falling, I think there's a really good chance that we could win a title here. I mean, I know that OKC is incredible, and I know that I'm living in the glow of just blowing them out in this game, but I mean, when we play our game, we are the best team in the NBA. So
well,
let's just go do it.
Yeah, you definitely had moments in this game where the Pacers locked in and that we're better than these guys. Let's go out and beat them mode that we've seen in every other series in this playoffs from this team. And I don't know what possessed OKC to play the way that they played today. I mean, they just mailed in. An elimination game. They just mailed it in.
Yeah.
In the fourth quarter, Shea's over there telling this team, well, I guess it comes down to Game 7. Like, they literally packed it in. And it was obvious that was the case. And I'm not saying even that it's a bad look, but it's just the effort that they put forth with a chance to put rings, to bring a championship to their city was not great. If I was an OKC fan, I'd be upset with that. And I'm sure that they'll be upset with themselves and talking a lot about it. But that gives us exactly the opportunity that we need, right? We have now established that we can not just win, but beat this team. And, we talked last show about coming out, setting a marker, and getting the confidence we need going into Game 7. Well, if this didn't do it, I don't know what will. I have no doubt we're going to give them everything that they can handle in Game 7. It's going to be a thriller.
Yeah, if they were not early, of course, but it did seem later that they just said, all right, they kind of settled for, we'll have to win it at home, and that's a bold move.
It is
when we've already won there. You know?
Yeah, but I mean, we took it too. I mean, we took it to them. I mean, it was
for sure.
The energy, the shot making. At the end of the first quarter, this is still a game. By by the time it was halftime, the halftime stat was they would have had to come back from be the first time to come back from a deficit of 22 points in the finals to win the game. So apparently that was a tall task, and instead we extended it to 30.
Which is something we failed to extend our lead at the end of the third quarter in game 4,
Right.
which cost us dearly. So this game we really put our foot on their necks and did the job. I think OKC probably looks at this series as very similar to the one that they played against the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets also won, not having home court advantage, won games 1, 3, and then 6. OKC ends up beating the former champs 125-93 at their own house. So I think they just feel pretty comfortable that they can ride out a game 7 at home. So it is going to be on us to divest them of that illusion. Too comfortable.
Let's do it then. Let's do that.
Too comfortable over there.
Let's do it.
Yeah. All right. So, Sunday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Pacers facing off.
Last finals game 7?
Don't know.
I bet Colson knows.
Oh, which was the last finals that went to game 7?
Yep.
I mean, was it the LeBron 3-1 comeback against the Golden State Warriors?
It absolutely was.
15?
Took place on June 19th, 2016.
Nice.
The first team to overcome a 3-1 deficit. So at that point, they were huge underdogs to win that series,
Right?
being down 3-1. LeBron James had the chase down block on AI.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then Kyrie Irving hits the big 3 over Steph to put that thing away. Game 7s tend to be memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was the one against the Lakers against the Boston where Artest hits the game-winning 3. I'm sorry, Meta World Peace.
You got it. Oh, man.
That was memorable.
Meh. I don't remember stuff that happens in the other yellows.
Lakers got sold.
They did. I'm a little scared of that, actually.
Yeah. By many accounts. Purchased by somebody good at owning sports teams.
Yeah. With unlimited money.
Yeah.
Well, but the buses hold on to 15%, right? Because Genie Bus is still going to be governor, and that's the rule.
Is 15% enough to jinx that franchise going forward?
Probably not. But it's still worth
They
10.
seem to do.
So what's 10 billion plus 15%? I don't know. Bad at math.
Plus 15%?
Yeah. Because that's how much it's worth.
Let's just say it's 1.5 billion and call it good.
Okay.
All right, team. Well, how was the game?
Really, really good.
Okay. You want to say go Pacers or anything?
Go Pacers!
All right.
Go
yeah.
Pacers!
The crowd was so good. I mean, they were just like losing their minds. It was great to listen to this.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Did a great job today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Well, hopefully we'll see some fans on the road. It'll be
You think we'll get some
be there.
OB chants on the road, do you think?
That'd be amazing.
That'd be amazing.
But we will be back with you after Game 7 after the win to celebrate. Until then, you can find us on social media. We are on Twitter. We are at Undebeatables. We're on Facebook.com/The Undebeatables. Our website is theundebeatables.com. There's a contact form there. You can use that to send us a message. And email. Shout out at theundebeatables.com. And over at the website /store for merch.
For the architect, Donnie Walsh, and our once and always Hall of Fame coach, Bobby Sick Leonard. Turn out the lights, the party's over.
Oh, did you see Nancy Leonard behind the... I mean, she's always there, but did you see her behind the bench today? She had a Bobby Slick Leonard t-shirt on.
Nice.
Which I thought was cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to.
What would Slick be do? What would Slick be saying these days?
Singing and dancing, probably.
Be losing his mind.
Yeah, he would be.
Yeah.
This is so fun. So absolutely fun.
I can't wait
and
for
they play the right way. I mean, just the
ethical basketball.
Defense, it is. I mean, just the give and go for at the end with Neesmith and I keep saying the end.
It was
before the game didn't matter anymore, but with Halliburton and Neesmith, it was just so beautiful. Like, I don't know.
You talking about the shot to end the half?
No. There was a Halliburton. It was right before he sat. I think it was in the end of the third, or maybe it was the end of the beginning of the fourth. Well, anyway, he just passes it to Neesmith, and Neesmith easily passes it right back to him for a layup.
Yeah, that little give and go out of the corner.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was just like, God, I just love watching them play basketball.
Yeah,
it's just so
beautiful.
fun.
Holly had that sweet no look where he splits the D. I think did that go to Siakam?
Yeah, Siakam for a huge dunk.
Yep.
Which
and then
crowd went crazy.
Yeah,
for that.
I wonder why. Sports Center is also going to pay homage to that. I think that was a good one.
Nimhard had the no look split, a double team for a
that was gorgeous
dunk by Turner. So that was great too.
They had some good angles on that one too, where you could see where Nemhard's, where his look, like the where he was looking, just hosed the defense, and Turner, there was nobody there.
Got his one field goal.
You would have made that layup.
I definitely would not have. So my big plan for the weekend before we get to Game 7 is trying to decide whether Obi Toppin is knocking Bender off the top 25 list.
Yeah, I was going to say I can't wait for the top 25 to come out over the summer. I'm assuming that it's just like the current 12 Pacers right. And then like Reggie.
It really is. It's like the 1998 team and then this team. And then that's it. I think David West is still on there, but we're running out of room.
25B.
We're running out of room real fast.
I bet so. Like Furphy and James Johnson are going to displace Bender or something.
They're not on there yet, but there's still time. It's incredible. This is absolutely so much fun.
Oh, it is huge.